welcome to the Nano Blitz.
I cut that off kind of short.
That was really abrupt, and
That was very abrupt.
I don't know how to take it.
Well, this is like the third time we've recorded today. The first time didn't take.
Well, first time didn't record.
Right. You have to hit the record button. This is a little pro tip in order to record. Yes, it is going right now.
Yeah, I'm double checking there at the clock, you know.
Oh, but it is still the NFL Draft Extravaganza.
And the Jaguars are on the clock.
Jaguars are.
You like that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. What? Huh?
And Sarita's joining us for the first time today.
Yes, my lovely wife, who actually somehow claims me.
Who are you?
We'll come back to that point later.
Yeah.
Well,
Tim, did I mention I have alcohol here?
I'm staring at your lovely selection of bourbons and whiskeys right now and scotch.
You've become a living story problem.
Please explain here.
If someone has X amount of liquor and only drinks X amount of liquor per day, how many days would it take them to consume all of said liquor?
The answer is 2 years per bottle.
I think I could get through that in a day.
Because otherwise it goes bad after 2 years.
Okay.
Depending on
You're going to get through that in 2 years?
No.
Okay.
No, per bottle if it's opened. There's the thing.
Open.
If it's opened. Sorry, I needed to preface that. If it's open.
Mm-hmm.
He's a collector.
Yes.
Must be nice. Hey, so NFL Draft is today.
Yes.
We're doing some little content updates throughout the day, throughout the evening. This will probably be the last one we do today, but we'll do some more tomorrow and on Saturday as well. But we thought we'd play a fun little game of Who Would You Rather, Draft Edition. And so the idea here is I'm going to give you two players, and you have to determine which player you would rather draft.
Which is easy, or hard, or hard easy, or over hard.
Super the hardest.
Okay. So we're going to start with the wide receiver position. And I'm going to give you two wide receivers. Okay. Oh, shoot.
Okay.
I'm off my notes.
Ba, 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 ba.
All right. So, would you rather have George Pickens or John Mechie?
Debo Samuel.
He's a running back.
Oh,
Yes, right.
sorry. No, that's the whole issue is he wants to be just a receiver.
He's not a Taysom Hill player?
Oh my gosh. I would actually go Pickens on this. Yeah, taller, probably about just as fast. Catch radius is good. You know, rumors on questionable maturity. Yeah, it seems like a Kansas City Chief to me. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, that was my instinct too for the same reason. When you've got an equal speed, height is a huge factor.
Yeah.
Especially in the NFL, obviously. But
Plus, I've seen him play.
Right.
And I haven't seen Mechie play in person. At least I've seen him on TV, but not in person. I've seen Pickens in person, and dude's tall. Like,
He's a big guy.
big dude. Like, he could legit be a number one receiver if he matures.
Which comes with age, and he's young. He's got some living to do. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm in agreement here. I'm also on the George Pickens train. I told Nate earlier,
Yeah.
and this is my hot take, and he said no very emphatically. George Pickens could be the best receiver in this draft.
Oh, he could, but I still think it's Jameson Williams if he stays healthy.
it's from the Lou, and he's proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's nice. Let me, my St. Louis representation, but I still think George Pickens is where it's at. Okay. All right, so this one is for you guys being Mizzou fans.
All right.
Halfbacks.
Oh, this is easy for me.
James Cook or Tyler Beatty.
So what you can't see in an audio recording is Nate made a face immediately when Tim said James Cook.
I've seen both of these players play.
Yeah.
One more than the other. Seen one play twice. The other I've seen play since his freshman year. I love Tyler Beatty. Not, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It just like, to me, he is a little bit undersized. Both of them are actually to a degree.
Yeah.
I would say both of them are pass catchers.
Yep.
The track record, it's not sexy or anything like that. You know, Beatty's my dude. You know, like since he was a freshman, like one thing that I think is underrated is he was the third down back, not only because he could receive, but because he could block.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a big thing. Whereas Cook, you know, like the blocking is a little bit, there's a little bit more tread. I think, you know, I was worried this past season, for instance, that Beatty was going to get hurt and Cook has a lot more tread, meaning from a usage standpoint there. Like I think like Beatty was a workhorse this past season. And he held up actually really good for 1,600 yards. Good. Yeah. And that's just rushing.
Number one in the SEC, wasn't he?
Yeah. And that's just his rushing. You know, he was Missouri's offense the past couple seasons. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you know, I've got the same bias, obviously, having seen Beatty play for years in person. But I also feel like Beatty did it without the offensive line that, you know, Cook played behind at Georgia. You know, Georgia's got lines both sides of the ball. That's no doubt that's better than Missouri's, as much as it pains me to say that. But, you know, that's partly why they've had such a great string of running backs, is because they've had great running backs behind a great line.
Yeah.
Where Beatty's doing it behind an okay line in the SEC and still achieving, you know, as well, if not better. The one thing I worry about for Beatty is he did get used a ton this year. Does he have the durability to make it in the NFL after how much he did get used this past season? But, you know, that's the risk of any running back.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the starter, so to speak, right off the bat anyhow. So neither of them are, actually.
No, change of pace.
But,
Yeah. Okay. I'd probably go Beatty here, too, just because for all the reasons you've already said. You know, but James Cook is one of those guys that can catch the ball as good as a slot receiver a lot of times, you know, so there's a lot of value there. I could see why a certain scheme would go with him first, but that's why I like Beatty, is I think he's shown more versatility. He can be an every down back. He's not just a third down back. He can do more than catch the ball. He can block. He can do all those things. So,
and he's a mean blocker at times too, especially for a you know,
for
relatively
5'9"
little
guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, but he's jacked for 5'9".
I don't know that I ever saw him actually lose a blocking battle. It may have happened, but not that I ever saw. More often it was a, holy cow, did you see what he just did? Quit flexing.
I'm just making sure that, you know.
I get it. He's strong. He's built. All right. So that's running backs. So let's talk about edge. And I've been trying to stay away from the top here, the top guys. So here's a couple guys that could have been at the top, but are not. Drake Jackson from USC, or Boye Mafe from Minnesota.
Maffei's the name that's kind of sneaking up lately.
Yeah.
He hasn't been too sneaky for me, but that's just, I mean, it's been since even before the combine. Like, his numbers, like, are off the chart. So Jackson has been trying to sneak into the first round this week.
I feel like Jackson fell out of the first round.
Yeah.
Like, he was one of the top guys going into the season.
Yeah, going into the season, and then he fell out, and now he's back in the latter part, the last couple days, at least smoke-wise. But yeah, Mafe, there's just a lot more tools that, like, I mean, he's a physical freak. So,
Okay.
yeah, Mafe.
And, I also go back to some conference bias on that, too, that playing in the Big Ten, you think about some of the top O-line guys that are rated in this draft, and there's a lot of Big Ten names again.
Yeah.
And this is somebody who was doing what he was doing against those kind of players.
Yeah.
It's, to me, that kind of can mean something in there, but honestly, this is a great year if you need a edge rusher.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
It's hard to go wrong, I think, either way.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have guys in the early to late second round that could be the best player in the draft, maybe, over their career,
That's quite possible.
at edge.
I feel like Drake Jackson's one of those guys that got forgotten about.
Yep.
But he is and was a really good player.
He's what, 6'4", 6'5"? I mean, he's not small.
Yeah. But I think when you think about that, you say, well, okay, he was forgotten about. I don't know that he did anything wrong, but on the other side, boy, Maffei's been consistent. So I'm going to probably lean Maffei's too.
Yeah.
I just have to interrupt and say we've got the draft pre-coverage on the television right now, and they're introducing some of the guys who are present right now, and boy, is this a fashion stage.
Oh, yeah.
There are some looks this year.
Look at that hat. Who was that in the pink suit?
A couple of these guys look like they're wearing a suit version of a, horse jockey outfit. Huh. Yeah, you guys missed those. There's a guy I can't even think of who it was down the line that's got checks down. One of them's got a solid red stripe. Actually, that was Davis with the stripe.
Oh, look at that.
Whoa.
Oh, that's
Jermaine Johnson.
Wow.
Bold.
Is that a cow print?
Flower print?
That's flower.
And just basic.
Well, George Karlaftis looked like he's like going into the army.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. All right. So why don't we wrap this up so we can watch some more of these guys walking through in their suits. All right. So here's my last one for you. This is about the quarterback position. And it's not going to be one. It's going to be one player versus all of the quarterbacks in the current draft.
Oh, I already know what. Oh, yeah.
Would you rather take any of the quarterbacks in the current draft or Jordan Love?
Did anyone go to Jordan Love's birthday party?
Well, they taped a $100 bill to the back of his playbook.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good one, guys.
Good one,
guys.
Tired of playing this game with you.
I think I'd.
Best for the team.
Jeez. Definitely, I would take even Sam Howell over Jordan Love. I mean, nothing against Jordan Love. But he wasn't a first-round pick. Ratings-wise, he got bumped up. Yeah.
And I haven't seen anything from him when he has taken the field that's made me think, oh, yeah, no, he's head and shoulders above the potential of the guys that are in this year's draft. And I'm not saying that these guys are great, and I'm not saying Jordan Love's terrible, but at this stage of where Jordan Love's at, I think I'd rather roll the dice and see what one of these guys pops up.
Yeah, I would much rather have a Malik Willis, somebody with that cannon for an arm. I'd even take Kenny Pickett over Jordan Love. I'd take Bailey Zappi over Jordan Love, personally.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Love fan.
You don't love him.
No, I don't love Love. Well, you know what? My problem is actually not really an issue with Jordan Love. I have an issue with...
It's because his LSU tape was better than everybody else saw, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm making sure.
It's that I have a problem with Jordan Love stands. People that are just the people that are talking about how Seattle should trade for Jordan Love or how Carolina should trade for Jordan Love, and it's like, no, I'd rather have Darnold. I'd rather have Locke. I'd rather have Mariota. I'd rather have all of these guys that have at least played an NFL game.
Well, no, he's played an NFL game.
Okay.
Ish.
Yeah, he was in there. Yeah. Okay. All right, that's enough. That's enough hate on Love.
Oh, what? Huh? That's confusing.
So what you're really trying? No,
What I'm trying to say, Nate.
I'm going to do what's best for the team.
of course. Right.
Okay, so Nate, any love for Ellaby?
Ellerby, is he Wyoming? No, Western Michigan.
Eastern Michigan, I believe.
Oh yeah, isn't that the St. Louis kid?
Yep, Pattonville.
Oh, he went to Pattonville.
Yeah, we saw him play, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, we saw him play like sophomore year.
Something. I think so. Either that or he was the backup at that point, but had a very quietly solid. You know, he's probably, you're talking late round at best, if not priority free agent. But
Yeah, he's practice squad.
yeah,
But I mean, who knows? This is a weird.
Western
Draft.
Michigan.
Western Michigan. Okay, you're right.
6'1", 210.
Mobile.
Got some mobility.
Oh yeah.
I've seen a few people big on him. Nobody of note, just like YouTubers that liked him.
Yeah.
But
Just kind of that late round flyer. Hey, wonder what happens kind. Or maybe the Battlehawks next quarterback.
that would be cool.
I thought that was gonna be. No, I'm not gonna say that because he's playing in the USFL now.
Te'amu. Yeah, he's in the USFL.
Okay. Well, enjoy the draft. I'm sure that we will.
Heck yeah.
And yeah, let's see trades happen. You know, like I was reading that number 10's still in play for Debo.
I want to see something happen.
Yeah.
I want this to be an
Yeah.
exciting
I
draft.
mean, it could. So, yeah,
Okay.
we'll see.
What do you think is going to be the biggest shock of the draft?
To sound really stereotypical, there's going to be somebody that falls big. I just don't know who it's going to be.
And there's also going to be an overdraft to somebody.
Right. But, you know, it's one of those rush ends or one of those offensive linemen that people are thinking is top 3 is just based on needs or who's going or who's available. Somebody's going to drop to a weird spot where
Is it going to be Thibodeau?
it might be.
I don't know. Like, I think there's enough.
Does he fall all the way out of the top 10?
No, well,
It's possible.
it's possible.
I saw one mock that had him, I think, at 9 today.
Yeah, Neil can actually fall too.
He could.
I don't necessarily agree with it, but you know, like I don't know his medical stuff, right?
Right.
And that's kind of the rumor, but I feel like Neil, Thibodeau is up there. Jermaine Johnson is a strange one. Like he can go anywhere in the top 10 to the 20s, right?
Yeah. Well, you and I talked about Karlaftis could be the same. He could go as high as, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Or as low as 28.
Yeah. It's just a weird draft. But I'm also looking forward to kind of seeing, okay, well, it's probably not going to happen today, but Baker Mayfield's probably going to be traded during this draft.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G is
forgot
still out there. There's also some stuff on that I was just reading, but probably one of the biggest things is, okay, well, this Debo thing is probably real.
Yeah, it's possible.
I don't think that he wants to be there, but
Well, the catch being about Debo is, can they trade him without a contract in hand for Debo to be extended with? And is anybody going to be willing to do that before the draft?
well,
Or
I
at
mean,
the draft?
they do have a window that they can actually negotiate a contract extension as part of that kind of thing. So, much like the Tyreek Hill thing happened. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
All right.
Apparently, I still have the volume on.
I was going to say, I
17.
can hear that.
I was like, why? Why am I hearing the
keyboard.
piano? It's like it's jumping out. So the draft is about to start, and
No,
That
you
means-
don't have the volume on. It's magic. Oh, no, it's barely on. Okay, it is.
Okay. Well, we need to go hear this lovely piano solo, so we're going to cue that outro music. Sarita, is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
Hey, Chad. Play your game.